What is up, guys? It's your boy Two Mics coming at you from the RPO BMX lab, and here we have it. I'm going to be giving away this Fit Bike Co. shortcut frame, 20.75 top tube, custom build for whoever wins the raffle. The rules of the raffle: spend $75 at RPO BMX, you get a raffle ticket. I send it, and you get an entry. Spend $150, you get 2 entries. Rules: you have to subscribe to this YouTube channel and the RPO BMX BTQ Instagram or one of the other social medias, but mainly be a subscriber here, and you can get a chance to win this, so long as you buy some parts here, priced well. I'll match any price for online parts if I have it in stock. A lot of the brands I carry, like Primo behind me, I carry Animal, Stranger, Colt, United. Got all kind of stuff here for you guys. But this bike, actually, because I do new and pre-owned parts, is a combo of new and pre-owned parts. So I'm going to break this down a little bit real quick for you. I think I talked about it in another video, but this is going to be the frame that will be given away once we receive 100 entries. Right now, I think we're at 25. We have 25 entries here. I have about 4 people. I have tickets. I need to pick up tickets. These are some local guys: Matt, Kay, Brandon, and I'm just going to call him the Prince. Anyway, he's going to have some edits up on one of our stories soon. We're just having some trouble connecting. But yeah, so I'm going to go over this build for you guys. These are the 9.25-inch rise stallless bars by We the People. These are Dan Kruk's signature bars. These bars have been discontinued because Dan Kruk no longer rides for We the People. He's currently riding for Merritt and Rixson Bikes, the new bike company, which is kind of under the same umbrella as Merritt. And these are oversized bars, extra biting in the tubing, so they're lightweight, which means they are thicker at the bends. They have a 28-inch width. I already said 9.25 rise, and the oversized clamping area, they call it the shark tooth clamping, connected to a We the People oversized gooseneck stem, which is Dan's was his signature stem for We the People. So this is also discontinued. It has a nice rise on it, as you can see with the forks. It's a slammed rise, so the bars aren't too high. It's a top load stem, but it does have the shark tooth clamping. It also has the radius here, so you can see where Dan rides his bars. If you know Dan, he was very well known for when he first became a pro, for riding his bars very far forward. And he explains why a lot of times, but as the bike geometry got more and more responsive, he was able to pull his handlebars back, I believe, and it doesn't look quite as, Chicago style as it used to. And moving forward, got a nice FSA headset here with a black top cap to match perfect circle. I like when the top cap matches the circle perfectly here. I don't like it when it's too big or too small. And also because I used a pair of stolen forks I have to do a little research on these forks, but I definitely wanted to get this video out so you guys knew which bike you were going to win. But these are stolen forks. I threw a badge on. They don't have a one-piece hollow steer tube, but they are a pretty nice fork with a tapered leg, and they're not very heavyweight. They aren't integrated, but like I said, they look nice, and I was able to throw on a nice jet fuel Total BMX top cap on with them to add some style to it. I'll show you guys up close at some point. You can see it right there. And I think this is an M24 top cap. It's M24 or M25. I always get them confused, but the M24 or 25 has a different thread count. So this top cap would not fit in your average Colt forks or Odyssey forks, but it does happen to fit in these. So I decided to throw it on there. Next, as I said, we have a set of stolen forks. These look like they're about a 28 millimeter offset. I'm gonna have to measure. I didn't get the exact specifics on these forks. I did start looking, but I wasn't 100% sure. I believe they are an aftermarket fork for stolen. Just have to narrow them down. Front wheel, we have the Eastern, which we do carry here. This is an Eastern Throttle Complete aftermarket wheel. It's a lightweight wheel, spins wonderfully. It's about 36 millimeters wide, which is a nice, thick width to it. And it is a pinned seam, but that's all right. It has some nice graphics in it and a nice Eastern throttle hub to it. So this is kind of like I would say like an expert or mid-level rim that we got here with a nice set of the Federal Neptune tires, which are 20 by 2.35. And I believe like Bruno Hoffman rides these, likes these, says they were a perfect width for grinding. I didn't throw pegs on this yet, but the narrower tire makes grinding easier when you're in some narrow spots. And we got some red valve caps by, I believe it's Cinema, to kind of go with the color design. And down here, we have red washer and all the caps, all the bolts, these are the Shadow aluminum hub bolts. So add a little extra less weight. Bike weighs in at about 23.4 pounds, right around there. I'll get the exacts for you because I did switch the last seat. I like the way the smooth black BSD seat looked, and it's just really comfortable. Pivotal. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's really pretty cool, clean, simple seat. Oh, before I forget, we got to match the BSD seat. We have some BSD grime grips and some Primo bar ends. These are the rubber Primo bar ends. Fan of the rubber bar end. I think they're pretty nice. Sometimes they can jam through, but I just think when they land, these are probably they make the least noise and pretty much work the best. And I think these also have like some nylon, pretty hard plastic in there somewhere. All right, seat post. Basic pivotal seat post. Yours truly did this paint job. I thought it looked really nice. This is not a color that the Shortcut comes in. I had the BMX Whisperer give it a nice spray job of, yeah, that's right, with I want to say I was looking for like a very light khaki color, and this is what I found, and did some nice wet sanding. And at one point we had some shadow parts on there, but they're no longer on there. However, I love shadow parts, and the sticker looks really cool. So, oh, actually, we do have a shadow part. We got a bottom bracket dust cap. All right, let's get down to the drivetrain here. So yeah, while we're here, this is the rose gold Shadow Conspiracy cap. So there you go. You got a shadow sticker, and you do have shadow parts on it. These are the Chad Curly CK pedals in sky blue. Could always change those. I also have a pair with the marble tan that looks really good with this build. So when you're in the sun, the blue matches the top cap. Or if you want to go with the black marble ones, I don't have them anywhere nearby, but I'll show you what those look like also. Doing up close. The brake lever it's an Artec brake lever and a Jaguar brake cable. That's a pretty standard OEM brake lever, but I do like the grip of it. I'm more fan of 2 fingers than 1, and I just feel like even if I have to use 3 sometimes because it's not gripping right and my wrist isn't that strong or my grip, that lever's perfect for it. And I got the brakes hooked up sweet to a nice set of new Diatec Ombre brakes, courtesy of Tip Plus Distribution, which is one of my favorite distros that I get parts from. These brakes are awesome. They're very inexpensive. Carry them at the shop for 35 bucks. You can run them in the front or the back. They come with a cable hanger and brake adjuster, everything you need to set up a nice pair of brakes. And I happen to throw on the Cool Stop all-weather pads, which are the red and black pads, which probably the most popular Cool Stop pads, and they work pretty good. They aren't brand new, but we do have the rear wheel is a Fit. It's one of the basic Fit OEM wheels, but it is a double wall. What does it say on it here? Yeah, double wall wheel, ERD 390 millimeters, 6061 T6 aluminum with a pinned seam. The reason I don't think I mean, it's nice to have a welded seam, but when you have a bike like this that is, I'm going to say this is between expert and pro level, and it's a very responsive bike, you're not going to be doing tricks. Let me say this, you might be, but I wouldn't recommend doing big drops or big transitions on a bike with such a short back end as this, which is why I kind of want to hear your guys' opinions on if you think this is a good bike for a giveaway, which is one of the reasons I threw the brakes on here, because with such a short back end, and this back end is 12.4 inches long, the average today, the average street frame is around 12.9, 13 inches, and this is 12.4. So trail frames are up in the 13.8 and above, and that just goes to show how short this is. I believe it's less than 3 feet if you have pegs on these from peg to peg. So yeah, very responsive bike here. Definitely want to use those brakes if you're coming from a high landing. Let's see, what else did we forget here? All right, let's get into the drivetrain. Integrated seat post, of course. I'll go over the bike geometry in a second because this is the V1. We have a set of the 19 millimeter width spindle Colt crew cranks, 3-piece cranks, 165 millimeters, aftermarket crank. Great crank, perfect for getting started, especially if you want to get a decently priced 3-piece crank and know that it's going to hold up. A lot of guys on Colt that ride these, I have yet to see anyone that has broken them or cracked them. So if you have and you had a bad experience with these, let me know. Otherwise, I think they look great on the bike and they do the job. Here we have a fit key sprocket. As you guys know, fit, or maybe don't know, I want to throw some fit parts on. I don't carry them here, but there's a shop up the street here in Bethlehem, PA called Action Wheels, and they carry fit and S&M products. I do not. We try not to cross distribute. I don't need to be carrying the same parts as the bike shop up the street or 10 minutes away. So yeah, there's plenty of bike companies out there, and I think they all should be promoted like equally. So I'm not going to go jumping and having like 40 different distributors when I really don't need them. I can support the distributors if I have less. I don't cross distribute with the other local shops. We all get along, have jams together, hopefully have some more coming up this year. And, you know, that way you can get all these different types of bike brands out to people that want a variety. And you guys can go to your local bike shops. I mean, here in Bethlehem, within 10 miles right now, there's Bike USA, Action Wheels, Cutters, and I think Action Wheels and me are the only two that really carry or that do carry 20-inch BMX products. I know Bike USA is working on a few things, and hopefully they do soon as well. And by not cross-distributing or carrying the same products as one another, you know, people that may want fit products, I can recommend them to go to Action Wheels. People that want maybe like cruiser style bikes, mountain bikes, I can recommend them to go to Bike USA, and we can keep it local, and we can keep it also local small business instead of having to deal with like all these Trek stores coming up and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Let people see what else is out there to ride, because I think BMX is one of my favorite styles of riding. A lot of pump tracks are coming out, a lot of skate parks in our area, and you know, I just think that's great. Anything on 2 wheels. I'm not a big fan of the electric stuff or the motors. They are fun though, I will admit, but get your exercise, get on something with 2 wheels. Okay, let's see, what else do we got here? Same deal in the back. I told you what the wheel was. Same tire, 2.35 Neptune by Federal. And we also have the aluminum shadow bolt on the back with some red washers just to keep with the flow and the colors. And a few hub dusters. I like to throw these on here to keep the hubs clean. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think. This is going to be given away once we reach 100 entries in the RPO raffle, and someone's going to get this bike, man. If you live in Portland, I'm going to ship it to you in Portland. If you live in Bethlehem, I'm going to drive it over to you in Bethlehem. But one way or another, you're going to get this bike for free, so long as you have the raffle tickets. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to give you some up close visions of what we're working with and what you guys might win. I just knocked that over. So there are your 9.25 Stylus bars. There's your gooseneck stem by We the People with the oversized shark tooth clamping, 48 millimeter reach. FSA headset, slammed down perfectly right there. Nice cutouts. It's your stolen forks, which actually are a pretty nice fork, to be honest. The Neptune tire definitely has a really cool look to it. It's got the little Federal imprints in it. And the throttle hub. Now, moving on. There's your BSD seat. It's just a really comfortable seat. Pivotal post. This is the Fit Shortcut V1. So it has a 9-inch standover versus the V2, which has an 8.75 standover. So I think this one also is a little bit more stable than the V2. But there's your short back end. As you can see, 12.4 inches, man, that's short. This thing can be scary to ride, I'll tell you that. And it does have that tiny little ding in it, but that's about it. Your ombre brakes, set up to perfection, and the Colt Crew cranks. And that's it for now, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys are excited to win this. I'm out.